Okay, so you guys remember that pre-test you guys took last week?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why we took that test is because I wanted to know where you guys were in regards to understanding how to round whole numbers and decimals. So we worked on that pretest on decimals. So today and the rest of the week, I created some lessons that are going to help you guys understand a little bit better on how to round decimals and whole numbers. So today, our objective is that you guys are going to be able to take simple whole numbers and be able to round them to the nearest 10, 100, hundredths, and thousandths place, okay? So through the lesson, we'll be able to do a few activities that's going to help you guys understand that. And hopefully by the end of the week, you guys will be able to take that same test that we took at the beginning and do a lot better on it. Because those same concepts, as you guys know, are in your math class right now. Okay? So I want to ask you guys a question, and I want you guys to think about this and try to do it in your head. But if Tom wanted to buy a candy bar, and the candy bar was 26 cents, would you give the cashier 20 cents or 30 cents?
30.
30? Okay, I want you guys to turn to your partner and tell them why.
I think because greater than 26.
Because 26 is more money. Okay. If you pay the cashier, so if you pay the cashier
Okay, I got this
30
ready to go.
cents, you will get 4 cents back because you gave them 4 cents back because it was 26 cents.
So what would happen if you gave them 20 cents? Would you be able to take the candy bar? Oh, go ahead. So you'd be 6 cents. You wouldn't have enough, right? Okay. So I heard some really good things about what you guys were discussing. One thing I heard is that Ashton said that you'd be 6 cents less if you gave them 20 cents. You were thinking about tax, which is a good thing, but right here, if you buy food, they don't tax you. So, but it was a good thought. I liked the way you were thinking. And over here, I heard some good things too that you guys were talking about, that 20 wouldn't be enough, and you'd get change back, right? If you gave them 30 cents. So that is what we call number sense. So you guys were using your own number sense to figure that out. I want you guys to try to do a column in your head. And you're going to add 22 plus 24 plus 19 plus 81. Can you guys do that in your heads? Okay, so that's pretty hard, isn't it?
No.
Okay, does anybody have the answer? Hold on. 146. Did you do that all in your head? Or did you see my notes? So 146. Now let me ask you this. Would this be easier to do in your heads? 20 plus 30 plus 20 plus 80?
Yes.
Okay, what's the answer to that?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay, so Ashton got it like that, right? It's a 150, right?
What?
Yeah, that's what.
So 80 plus 20 is 100. That's 50.
Yes.
Add those. You got 150, right?
That's easy.
That's easy, right? Okay, so that's kind of what rounding does for us, is that by being able to round whole numbers to the nearest tenth or hundredths or thousandths place, you'll be able to estimate. And like our math over here, when we have the one that estimates, I'm not even sure which number it is right now, but you guys kind of have a difficulty doing that sometimes. And it's the one with $5.02, 5 cents, and $2.05. When we do our math each week, you guys have to estimate that. And me and Mrs. Osborne have seen some deficiencies in that. So we're going to work on that as well through this lesson, because rounding, in essence, is kind of estimating. So we're going to go over the rules of rounding. Does anybody know the rules of rounding?
Yes. I do. Five unders rounds to the same number.
Oh, yeah, that.
It's 5. It's 4 or less. You have to round it down, and 5 or more is rounded up.
Okay, so 4 or less, you go down. Okay, and 5 or more,
You can go up.
you go up. Okay, so I'm going to show you through a picture here. We're going to draw a mountain here. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so when we're dealing with whole numbers, we're going to put 0 here too. Okay, just to remind us. Okay, we were dealing with whole numbers such as, let's just say 91. Now is 91 in the ones place because we want to estimate or round to the nearest tenth? Is it less than or more than?
Less than.
Less than. So if we use Celeste's rules, we would go down, right? And this would equal 90, right? Okay, so now if we had, it's like a roller coaster, it goes up really slow. When you get to 5, it goes down, right? So if we had 95,
You would
which,
round up.
so what would be the number, Celeste?
196. What?
It would be 100.
What?
Because we're rounding to the nearest tenth, right? So this is the ones place and this is the tenths place, right? You guys should know that part of it, right? Okay. So, Ashton, this time I want you to be quiet because you're doing pretty well on this, okay? What about 86?
90.
Okay, I don't want you guys to blur it because I'm going to ask.
Okay.
But that's right, it's going to be 90, okay? Did you see why I want it? Let's try another one. So let's try 43. So, is that, we're going to round to the nearest tenth place, which is here. Is the 3 less than 4 or less, or 5 or more?
Less.
Less. So what are we going to do?
Round down.
Round down. So what is 43 going to become?
42.
If it went to 42, you'd 40. That's right, because we're going to the tens place, right? Okay. You see that? Okay. Now, we're going to try, let's try 1 or 2 more, and then we're going to play with some 10 blocks. Okay? So, how about 78? Noah.
80.
And why?
Because 88 is higher than 5.
So 8 is higher than 5, and we're rounding to the nearest tenth spot, right? Okay, good. Now, let's try one that's a little trickier. We're still rounding to the nearest 10, okay? You getting this, Lana? Okay. We're gonna go 234. Now, what's the 10th spot? What are we rounding to? What is the 4? Is that the ones, tens, or hundreds place? The 4.
1.
Okay, so this is the ones place. It's the ones. Right here. What does that make this? Tens and hundreds. So if we're rounding to the nearest tens, what would 234 be rounded to?
230.
230. Okay. Did you get that, Alana? Okay. We're gonna try one more. We're getting there. Ashton, I know you're there. So let's go 517. We're rounding to the nearest tens. Alana, I'll let you to answer this one. So what's this spot?
1.
Okay, and what's this spot?
10.
And this spot? So we're rounding to the nearest tens right here, right? Okay, so 517. We gotta look one spot over to see if we're rounding. Is that 4 or less, or 5 or more?
More.
Okay, so what would 517 round to? You need Celeste to help you? Celeste, talk to her. Explain how you do it.
So 7 is more than 5, so it would equal
520. So the tens went up, right? See that one? This went up 1/10, right? Okay. So now let's see if playing with some pin blocks helps. So I want each of you guys to take one of these. Okay, that's a hundreds block, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9.
I got 10.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh,
Okay, look at.
It was 10.
You did.
I got 10.
okay, there's 10. And then each of you guys take 9 of these. Yeah, take 9 of these and pass it down.
It makes 100 for 10. Done. Go. That's a pop. That's a pop.
Here, let's speed this up. Count those, Ashley. 2,
Okay, I got
4,
it.
6, 8, 9.
I got
There's 2 alone. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You guys got 9?
Yeah, I got 9.
That's
Okay.
a pop.
That's all right, Ashton.
So, through rounding, what does it mean to round? Because now that we've kind of,
We learned the song. What was it for us?
know what does rounding mean?
Rounding is like sometimes you like rounding means like going down or up. But over 5 is like usually over 5 or 5 is more than that number.
So is rounding more or less accurate than the actual counting? Like on our mountain math each week, when we do that, we estimate, then we round it, and then we add it. Which one's more accurate?
Rounding.
Rounding.
Rounding is if it's greater or less.
But if we are
Have a number between.
if we're estimating, rounding, and adding two different numbers, which one would be more accurate?
Quick, rounding.
Adding, because say you have 17 plus 13. If we rounded these to the nearest tenth, this would be what? Ashton, what would you round 17 to? 20. And what would you round 13 to? 10. So if you added both of these, this would be 30. This would be 30. In that case, they're equal, right?
Yeah.
But if I change this number to 18,
8, 9, 10, 11.
so this would be 30 still because we rounded,
11.
and this would be 31. So this would be the exact total. This would be more accurate than rounding. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Like in my class, we're like into the classes are going, and we're like rounding decimals.
Yeah, you're rounding
We already
decimals.
did that.
Yeah.
All right. So that's kind of why I'm doing this lesson, to help you guys get a little bit better sense of rounding. Okay? So let's do some problems with the 10 blocks. So let me make some room here. We're going to keep our little chart and our... So I'm going to tell you guys, I want you guys to count out 23 with your 10 blocks. Show me 23 with your 10 blocks. Okay, show me 23. 23? Oh, right here, 23? Yeah, let's do these. Okay, so there's 23. So let's round it to the nearest tenth. Show me the answer to rounding it to the nearest tenth.
Nearest 10.
Alana, round 23 to the nearest tenth. Show me the answer. So here's 23. We're going to round to the nearest tenth. Is this number right here greater, 4 or less, or 5 or more?
Less.
Less. So what's this going to turn into? Yeah, 23 is going to equal less than 23, right? What's it round down to the nearest tenth?
24.
That would be going up. We're going to the tens place. Does this stay the same, or does it go up?
Stay the same.
Okay, so what is it? If we're to round down, if we go down, this turns into a 0, right? And you keep the same number, so it's around the 20. Okay, let's try one more. How about, show me 29.
29. 20. No.
Okay, we got 29. Alright. So here's the 1 spot, and here's the 10 spot. I want you guys to round it to the nearest tenth and show me the answer.
29?
Mm-hmm. Alana, is this 4 or less, or 5 or more?
More.
Yeah, 9's more than 5, right? So then this is going to change to what?
1.
If we're going up, because it's more, which way would it go? If you have a number line and it goes up, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you're going up from 2, what would it go to?
23.
No, this is a number line. Okay? So the next number on the line after 2 is what? What's this number right there?
3.
So that's going to change to a 3, and what's this going to change to? If you round up to the nearest 10, it's going to go to a 0.
Yeah.
Do you see that? I'm not sure if you do or not yet, Alana, but we'll keep working. Okay? So, let's try another number. Let's try 69.
69. Do we round it? 69.
Count out 69 first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I got it. No.
There's 6.
I got it.
That good, Alana. Now, if we round 69 to the nearest 10 block, okay, so we're going to trade in the 9 either up or down. Which one would we go, Alana?
Down.
Down. So if you're going to take away these to make it to the nearest 10 block, would that be the closest? Or would I want to trade? Because look, we'll put these next to a 10 block. Which is closer? Would you say 7 blocks is closer to 69? Or just 6 blocks is closer to 69? You see this 6? This is 69, right? And we're going to round it so we don't have all these little guys. We want to have all big guys. Okay? Is it greater than 5, this portion here, the 9, or less than 4?
Less.
Well, here's 4.
More.
It's more. So we're going to round up. So we're going to trade our 9 for one of these. Does that make sense? And the answer is going to be, count them.
57.
No, how many 10 blocks you got? Count by 10s. 10.
70.
So what's the answer?
70.
There. Does that make sense to you now? That's a lot better, huh? That's why we use the 10 blocks. Okay, let's try a different number. I'm going to do just a few more, and then I'm going to have you guys do a worksheet for me, okay?
I love worksheets. Can we use these for those?
You can. You can use those for those. Okay. Okay, so